Okay, so the first step, let's try the positive one. So like I said, these three, we're going to have fails. This one should work. All right, the positive 3, or whatever the first value is, which is your leading coefficient, you bring that down, and it's a positive 3, right? You're now going to multiply. You're going to multiply. So what is 1 times 3? 3, right? So now add. What's 10 plus 3? 13, right? Now multiply. What's 1 times 13? Positive 13. What's negative 27 plus 13? Negative 14. And now you can see it's going to fail. So some students would just stop, but we'll keep going. What's 1 times negative 14? Negative 14. And I get negative 24, and so this is a fail. It's not a root. The function is not crossing the y-axis at positive 1. That's what that means. It's crossing elsewhere. Try the next one. Keep going. Okay, so you bring the positive 3 down, and you're going to multiply. What is 5 times 3? Positive 15. 10 plus 15 is positive 25. What is 5 times 25? Positive 75. It's already, the numbers are way too high. Remember, you're trying to get to 0. And so then what's negative 27 plus 75? 48. What's 48 plus 5? I mean times 5, sorry. 240, and I end up with a positive 230, and so that is a fail. Fail, as looks like fall. Fail. So it is time consuming, but it's a quick check. I mean, you can go through it quickly if you know what you're doing with a calculator. You can do it fast. Go to the negative 10. All right, remember, we got to get to negative 5 for it to work. All right, take the 3 down. Negative 10 times 3 is negative 30. I get negative 20. Negative 10, negative 20 is positive 200. I mean, would you guys stop by now? I'll keep going, but you guys see, we're trying to get to 0. We're not getting opposites, right? The number's too high. So this is 173 times negative 10, 1,733. That's just like way, that is not 0, so it's a fail. Okay, and so this one should work. Go to it? Yeah? Okay, bring the 3 down. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. 10 minus 15 is negative 5. And see, it's going to work. Can you guys see? You're going to get 25, you're going to get 2, and there's your 10, and there's your 0. Okay, positive 25, negative 2, negative 10, negative 2, positive 10, there's my 0, perfect. This is a root, this is an x-intercept, this is a 0, this is a solution. Pick your synonym. That's what that means. Okay, so that means negative 5 is a root. So if you were looking at a graph, the function is crossing at negative 5, the x-axis. Okay, but how do we write it then? So this is our original function, right? It starts at the degree of 3, then it goes 3, 2, 1, constant. Here is what you have left, okay? But the last term is a 0. So this is now your constant, this is your 1, and this is your 2. So when you find a root, it's x minus 5. But we're going to write x plus 5. Do you guys understand that? You have to switch it, the 0 product property. even though my root is negative 5, when you go opposite the 0 product property, right, the ZPP, it's really x plus 5. Okay, So what function do I have left? Well, you found one root. You found one x. So if you were at a cubic, 1 down is a quadratic. So this is now 3x squared minus 5x minus 2. And this is now what you have. You're not done yet. You still have to keep going. I only have one root. I need my other 2 roots. So how do you find it? If it's a quadratic, most students, most of the time, use the quadratic formula because you guys are good with it. It's purely calculator and you can find it really fast. Or you guys can complete the square, but that's a lot more work. Then the calculator could do it very quickly. So if you guys remember the quadratic formula, and this does appear in pre-cal. Okay, if I look at my quadratic, this is A, B, C. So if I'm substituting minus a -5 plus or minus -5 squared minus 4, A is 3, C is -2, 2A, 3, and if you throw that in your calculator, your answer is going to give you, the calculator is going to give you your next 2 roots. Let's see where I can fit it, if it fits. Okay, so I'm going to type this in, all right. So -5, and you guys can shortcut as you like. If you want to put 5 and 25 there, it's up to you. -4, 3, -2, 2, 3. I get 2. And then if I change it to a negative, subtraction, all right, plus or minus, I get -1/3. Yeah, there was no way I was going to go for that. Okay, those are your 3 roots. That's where the cubic function is crossing your x-axis. Okay, how do you write that? Well, your roots then are x plus 5. You go opposite. X minus 2, x plus 1/3, but remember, this is really, if you guys remember, it's really 3x plus 1. Okay, we're going to show you, obviously you guys have been quizzed off the standard and the factor form on a graphing, because it teaches you guys your calculator, how to go in between the roots, how to look for it, but this is more, this is Algebra 2, im3, but it's really your pre-cal, because you're going to hit the 4s, the 5s, and so forth, but it's a lot of work. So obviously you can get 1 problem max, because you guys can see if you have bad luck and you pick the wrong values, I mean, you're really like taking up 1 problem for like, 30 minutes. So when you do quiz or test off of 1, I give you a basic one that's a bit faster, so that and then you guys do it in a group so you guys can pick up on your mistakes, any little errors that you guys can make, because any little sign error, if this is it and you're rushing and you accidentally put a +5 here, and now you get a -25, you're thinking it's 0, so you really have to watch your signs. Oh, so this, if they asked you to rewrite the function, this would be it in factored form. And then obviously they could have you graph off of this, because you have your roots, you could put it in a table, put values in between. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the synthetic division, this part? That part?
Kind of fun.
said, hey, you know, we're giving you this cubic function, find a root, give me one root, and say we just had you just do this part, I think then it's doable. We could add it into so many more questions on a quiz or a test. But it's just the thoroughness of it, it's time consuming. Okay, can I stop this? I forgot I was still, yeah. I'll put it back up. Let me just, yeah.
Where did you get 3x squared minus 5x minus 2?
Oh, from here. Here, hold on.
Oh, okay, thank you.
You welcome. Yeah, the green helps. Hold on a second. Yeah. I'll do another one tomorrow, or Thursday. I'll do another one. I would say you guys try 2 because the A value is 1. You're not doing the long list. I'll help you guys set it up right